welcome back to Living Local. In many ways, our culture helps to define our identity. If a culture disappears, so does its character and contribution to our world. That's why protecting the history and traditions of our area is so important. A free local event invites you to take a hands-on approach to preserving and experiencing the elements of the Great Plains Native American culture. Here to tell us more about that, we have Ross Smith. He is with Illiniwek Forest Preserve, and Rudy Vallejo. He is one of the event organizers and a volunteer. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
So today we are talking about the annual Teepee Gathering at Illiniwek Forest Preserve. So how did this idea come about?
Well, it started 4 years ago. Rudy brought a teepee out and wanted to know if he could camp, and kind of paused and was like, all right, well, where else in the United States could you see teepees set up along the Mississippi River like you could 500 years ago? And that was kind of the brainchild, and it's grown and flourished from then.
That is fantastic. So for those of us that don't know, what is a Teepee Gathering?
Well, a Teepee Gathering is our version of it is just folks from all over the Quad City areas and from all over the state of Illinois that would like to come and set up their teepees. Now, again, many years ago, the Native Americans lived in teepees, but today, you know, a lot of folks that just like to camp will get a teepee, and they're welcome to come and set up their teepee. Mountain men use teepees, Indians use teepees, so at our event you're going to see a lot of different mixtures, cultures come together and live in their teepees.
Mm-hmm.
So
when people tend to think of these kind of things, they think powwow, which, as Rudy has informed me over time, powwow usually means money changes hands for competitions, other cultural things. A teepee gathering is strictly education.
Gotcha.
So we're, you know, strictly just trying to educate at Illiniwek and have a good time and get people out to enjoy the park, but also the cultures that were here a long time ago.
So it's more like fellowship and celebration than a competition of any
Exactly.
kind. Wonderful. So can you guys walk us through what is on the agenda for the 3-day event?
So the Friday event is just school kid education. So that's home schools, public schools. If you can get the kids there, it's school kids only. There'll be dancing. They can go in the teepees, check them out. There'll be native animal displays. Saturday is our public day 1, and Sunday is public day 2. And Rudy can talk a little bit more about what goes on during the public days. But basically, that's anybody and everybody can come out and check out what all we have to offer at the Teepee Gathering.
Fantastic. Yeah, what can people expect there, Rudy?
well, you know, we just, you know, we like to tell people to come out, and man, I tell you, they can just have fun. They can join in the dancing. There's a lot of intertribal dancing. We're going to have a couple Native American drums there, and you know, and the people are encouraged to come out and dance. And I tell them, make sure you wear moccasins.
Yeah.
And wear moccasins, and you know, we're going to have straw that they can sit on, but they can bring blankets. You know, we're going to try to get back in touch with the old earth again. You know, and it's going to be great. You know, when we're yeah, and we encourage people to come out and dance with us. You know, there's a lot of folks with American Indian heritage that kind of forgot where exactly they, you know, their tribal ancestry came from. But so this is these little gatherings like this is a good time to reconnect. You know, you might meet someone there from a tribe that you might have came from too. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fascinating. Now, why, Rudy, do you think it is so important to preserve and even experience the elements of Native American culture?
Well, you know, right here, right where we live, you know, the Quad City area. I mean, hey, Black Hawk. Everyone's heard of Black Hawk. Black Hawk this, Black Hawk Road, Black Hawk. And so, who was Black Hawk, you know? And Black Hawk was a Sauk Indian, you know, and this was his home, this Quad City area here. So, you know, we try to, you know, just let folks know that the American Indian is still here. You know, they're still in this area, you know. There's still several tribes in the area, and so, you know, we just kind of like to get the word out that, you know, we're still in our community right here. So
yeah, we just learned that WHBF, where Black Hawk fought, right?
Yeah,
That's so interesting. I never knew
where,
that.
Where WHBF is where Black Hawk WH Blackhawk 5. Yeah, WHP
Yeah.
Blackhawk 5. Yeah, that's right.
That's so interesting. I love that. Guys, who is this event designed for?
It's just designed for the general public. It's to let people know that the Forest Preserve District is here. We've got a lot of awesome public lands in the Quad City area. We're doing great things to get people out and involved with the environment. And kind of, where Illiniwek got its name. It stood for the, Indian gathering, favorite gathering spot back from when Blackhawk was around. And it's picturesque view of the river, so.
Wow. Well, obviously this event is going to be a great opportunity for people to come out and explore the park. But in general, what are some other things that are going on at the park that people can enjoy?
We have a pollinator habitat that's really close by. It's 7 acres, interpretive trail with signs. The woodland trails across the street have got some really awesome trails in them thanks to Fork. So mountain biking, hiking, dog walking. You can camp in the Illiniwek Campground. We've got RV and tent camping. We do several public events throughout the year. We had astronomy night in August. We've got our Halloween festival next month. So just, if you want to be outside, the Forest Preserve District is the best place to do that.
Yeah, well, I truly believe that being out in nature and being close to the earth is such a rejuvenating experience. So I'm so happy that we have a local forest preserve that is allowing people to have that opportunity. Rudy, before we wrap up, I want to know, what are you most excited about for this Teepee Gathering?
Well, it's just, it's meeting people, meeting people, talking to people, and, people are just very excited to be there, and to see the teepees, especially the kids,
I bet they love it.
Those kids, they come up, and sometimes, they're a little afraid to go into a teepee, and then pretty soon the parents will come back and say, now that's all they talk about. They want to go see the teepee, so they come back every, this is our 4th year, so they come back all the time. And
the funniest instance that's happened is Rudy sets up his teepee kind of like it would traditionally be set up. And so there's a bison rug, and you'll be talking to the kids, and you'll look over, and they'll be asleep.
They just curled up and took a nap on the bison rug in the teepee.
Yeah.
That sounds fun to me. I might have to do that. All right, Rudy, Ross, thank you guys so much for being here. We sure appreciate your time.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, guys, for more information, visit ricfpd.org. We'll also have those details posted on ourquadcities.com. More Living Local rolls on after the break. Stay with us.